Welcome back, Little Big Heroes. Before we start today's video, I wanted to give a big thank you to all of the new heroes on the channel. Your support on the latest Dreams videos has been wonderful, and we can't wait to have you with us on this Dreams journey. Previously, we took a look at how LittleBigPlanet was expertly remade in Dreams during one of Media Molecule's live streams. So now, we wanted to do the opposite and take a look at Dreams remade in LittleBigPlanet. If you enjoyed today's video, why not give us a like? If you're new to the channel, subscribe to become a Little Big Hero. We'd love to have you here. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell to keep updated with all of the latest content. We were really impressed by how easy it looked to recreate LittleBigPlanet in Dreams, to the point where we questioned if LittleBigPlanet would still be relevant once Dreams arrives. Everyone has their own opinion on the future of LittleBigPlanet, and we would still like to support it alongside Dreams if possible. But having seen Dreams remade in LittleBigPlanet, it proved just how limited that game is. First of all, the levels look great, and it's really cool that he was able to make a homage to Dreams, but I just didn't get the same feeling that I got with the LittleBigPlanet remake. You can tell here that Dreams is more limited in this remake form, which is completely understandable. However, I still wanted to show you 3 of these levels because it's still a pretty cool achievement, and it's always nice to come across new Dreams content. So this first level we have here is based on the Dreams Paris Games Week stage demo. Now, as you can see, this is when the game was sort of not first teased, but it was when they really showed off a lot more of the game and what you can expect in the art style, some of the gameplay, but it's very simple. So if you can remember the Paris Games Week demo, you have known that they took a lot of shapes and they were showing you that you could use the cursor to throw things around, and it was like quite an artistic world. And as you can see here in this LittleBigPlanet remake, he's tried to do the same sort of thing, but he didn't use the imp, he used the Sackboy. And now after you go through the door, you go the character here, and it's showing that when you pick up objects, I think this is like create mode. So you've got the little cabin, you've got the tree, and then you can choose exactly where you want to position it. So it's exact same as the LittleBigPlanet create mode, just that we're more 3D here. So we'll pop the tree down, we'll pop the house down here, and we'll let the tree float away, you know, that's quite nice. So we'll go through the cabin here, and then we can see that we're in this sort of mystical library. And I remember when I first saw this, the actual Dreams footage, I thought, wow, this cannot be Dreams. Like, the ability to create something that was so highly detailed, and it was also in 3D. So if you can remember the sculpture that was here in place of the Sackboy sculpture here, it was extremely detailed, and just everything just looked phenomenal. I just couldn't believe that this was actually possible. It was actually going to come out. You know, we've been waiting a long time since then, so we're in the same boat as we were back then. But the beta should be here hopefully pretty soon, so we can get our hands on this and finally create something similar to what we saw in this demo. And here, this is the part where you could possess the other characters. So pretty much just showing off that if you wanted to create a level where you possess lots of different characters, it's entirely possible. Or if you just want to possess one character and then play as that one character through the entire game, that's perfectly possible. What I want to know is if you can actually control a character without possessing him first, because I don't really think the imp is going to fit in every single person's level. So it'll be nice to see if you can actually start the level already as the character. So now here we've got one of the levels. It's based on the childlike horror, I think it is, the theme. And I think in this level, the costume, I was supposed to have the costume, but for some reason I think LittleBigPlanet, it's glitched a little bit. So we're just playing as a basic Sackboy here, but we should be the other costume, but never mind, we'll just look at the gameplay here. So as you can see, she used her hammer to destroy some of the switches to open up the gates, and that looked like a checkpoint there. So if you remember the checkpoints in LittleBigPlanet, it was just like a circle with some lights. So it seems like they're using like a sort of race pad to create checkpoints in this game. And so he's using the imp here, so he's got like a little toggle, I think, to pretend he's the little imp. So in the game you can actually go in and out of the characters if you want to interact with the environment and things like that. That's the only part that I don't really think I'm going to enjoy in the Dreams story mode, because I would prefer just to play as the characters and have fun with that. If I have to keep coming out of the characters to control the cursor to move things around and then repossess the character again, I think it's just going to be a bit too back and forth, you know, a bit too much work. It sort of ruins a bit of the flow, but hopefully they've made it in a way that it's quite entertaining. And you know, if we play it on co-op, which is what I plan to do, probably my wife, I'll get her to be the imp so she can do all this kind of stuff. But that's interesting. When we play co-op, we'll need to see who's going to play which character. I've actually forgotten the names of the characters. I remember one was called Francis, and the other one I can't remember the name. You'll need to remind me in the comments what the name of the other character is. But as you can see here, we've got the costume back, so this is the costume that we should have had, and it's actually been remade pretty damn well. It looks pretty identical to the costume in Dreams. So now we're going on to the third and final level, and this one we can see that it's our little Deadpool, Sackboy. He's been transported into the Dreams universe, and this is based on the sci-fi. It's like a sci-fi puzzle platformer level, I think. So you get to use your electrical powers here to power these little generators, and you've got some collectibles here. So I don't know what these are for, if they count as points in Dreams. But yeah, we're just going through here, we're activating all of the nodes, making our way from one node to the next, and they're activating certain things like platforms here. So it's just like the Dreams demo, if you can remember when they showed this off. And here we've just resurrected the giant robot, and you know, for LittleBigPlanet, it looks pretty good, you know. Obviously in Dreams, when you look at that giant robot, you think, wow, like, can we actually make something that's just as detailed as that? I think that's going to be the most exciting thing, being able to just go wild with your creations and build all sorts of things. Like, you don't have to just create smaller characters, you can also create these larger, really detailed Colossus style characters. So it'll be quite interesting to see exactly what kind of characters people like to make, and of course they might share these characters with the community, which will be very handy. So it saves people a lot of time having to create characters and things like that. I think one of the main concerns was, if you're trying to make a game or a film and you have to create all of these characters, it's going to take so long. Because in LittleBigPlanet you just had to create a costume and it wasn't quite as demanding, but in Dreams you have to remodel everything from scratch, so it's a little bit more time consuming. So I think it would be good if people shared all of their character creations, so that it saves us a bit of time. But that's just one little thought I had, just based on that giant robot model. So that's all 3 levels. I think they look pretty cool. You know, it's nothing groundbreaking, but it's a nice homage to Dreams. You can see the creator is clearly just as excited for Dreams as we all are, and I thought I would feature it today because we are trying to transition more towards Dreams, but I thought it was important that we still get some LittleBigPlanet content out. And when I saw there was a Dreams remake in LittleBigPlanet, I thought it would be a good idea to show that off and see what you guys think. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, why not give us a like? If you're new to the channel, subscribe to become a Little Big Hero, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you're kept up to date with all of our latest content. See you in the next Dreams video.